All right, man. So I'm super tired. I just got back from the gym. I made some phone calls. I love you guys. Honestly, some of you are great. Those phone calls take a lot of time though. But I was deciding, I was like, all right, I got to go to LA. I might stay one more day now. I'm getting tired, but I still might go. I was like, I'll shoot a video while I'm driving. But then I was like, I don't want to wait. I was like, it's 6 right now. I saw some of my favorite potential Colt recruits commenting on my YouTube videos. So I was like, all right, you know, they're active. Might as well. So let's talk about... actually, no, wait. This is going to be the 5th video for today. So I think I figured even with the schedule we've been on, I could say this now. Essentially, we post videos, not essentially, every single day. So subscribe, turn on the little bell so you don't miss them, the post notifications, and yeah, give me some comments on here. Like, you know, again, you're being involved in Colt activity no matter what, regardless. It's all good though. You're going to learn a lot in the process. But yeah, I'm going to talk about what happened this week. This is what somebody posted. This was a video request, and I thought it's good. What happened this week? There's a lot of fun facts, both with the S&P. It has literally 10% correction from its record high, so that's important. And there's a lot of other data, and both want to show you what happened next week, and the same thing we're going to look at what happened is the same things you will be watching for next week. Now, the two main things is going to be oil and also now Brexit. There's a lot. I'm going to be dropping a video tomorrow going fully in depth with it. I think I might make it on the computer, hopefully, where we could go over some stuff. But, you know, or I'm going to try to make it quick. It is very confusing, but that's the thing to watch, as well as what's going on with oil. Those are the two things. And then also the China trade deal with G20, but that's going to come in more into December. But we'll see any developments with that. But let's talk what happened. Like I said, S&P is entered a correction, and this has also been, I think, for FANG stocks, the worst month since March. But now the big thing is oil. So we've been talking about this. You've been seeing the videos. I can't beat a dead horse enough, but this is crude oil. This is since October. It's pretty crazy. October 4th is right there and till today. But recently, it's been going down more and more, and now this week and this month, it's literally been the worst month for crude. And then on top of that, since January 2016. So this is what I was saying in those other videos, that oil right now is at a very, very crucial spot. And January 2016, you saw what happened in the market. And again, it was the same thing. It was coming off of after the August China emerging market growth and then oil. We have that now occurring with Brexit, and Italy's coming into the mix with what they're threatening. But it's a messy situation. And then OPEC, there is some more news that we could cover on this and what's happened, but that's one thing. But that was bad. And then even Thanksgiving, going back to the S&P 500, although it's entered correction, I think the Dow now, this was the worst performing Dow. This was the 3rd worst Thanksgiving week in stock market history. Again, you guys see me coming back to these historical fun facts. And where do I find these? Somebody asked me, where do I get these? One, it's through Market Experience, but also stock almanacs and looking up. You know, I like to look up how you guys ask these questions. The same questions you ask are like, what happens on Thanksgiving? Google it, and really just reading about the market and looking at the history of the market, and even understanding kind of, even for me, it was politics. You know, as they've gone over some of the political stuff that changed in the, you know, when they talk about politics, they talk about what's going on with society during that time, as well as even the stock market and economy. So I always got an interest and dived more into that. But so that's a fun fact. Another one, this was the worst Black Friday, I think, since 2010. Yeah, this Black Friday stock market drop was comparable to 2010. And again, all of these times I'm saying these fun facts, things can turn out different. Doesn't mean the market's going to always follow it, or that the market's crashing or anything like that. But what the big thing to understand from this data is that during like 2010, there was issues. There was issues with the EU. There was issues coming out of the financial crisis and voting on stuff, and even rates and quantitative easing. So all of that stuff, you have to see, it's understanding what brought the markets down and what did they do during that time. And the markets went down a lot. The markets were quote unquote turmoil. So that's one thing. The next thing that happened this week, and I think a lot of people missed it. I missed it myself until kind of seeing it, because I stopped really paying attention to it too much. But the pound, and that's, again, Brexit is still uncertain and it's going on. Like I said, I'm going to make a video, but you guys see it. It's literally just hanging out right there over the last couple days. It kind of, you know, it's holding, and that's just kind of showing some uncertainty. You see the gyrations and movements in the, you know, months before, so it kind of holding in the same place is going to get interesting, but I think it's showing the uncertainty. The investors really don't know what's happening, so that right there, it's showing something, and something's going to pop off. Again, Brexit is going to be important, and what happens there, there will be some spillover effect to the United States with how it affects the dollar, so the stock market, investors with growth and all that. And I have another video talking about some of that I'm going to post tomorrow as well. Another thing this week, the dollar kind of came back to this dip it had earlier in the week with the crude oil dip. So dollar's kind of recovered. That's interesting. And again, comparing that to the other currencies and what's happening is what I'm going to keep my eye on. But that's another thing, dollar, oil, pound, all those. And then rates, lastly, didn't do much. They kind of came down. So I'm interested to see what they do there. If it kind of drops even more, I will be surprised, and that could mean stuff with the market. I think rates, I don't want to get too much into it because that's going to be its own video. But there's a lot, but that's going to be one of, I guess, the least important factors until it becomes one. But it's going to have to go up like a lot, back up to like 3.2 for the market to really give a shit. But that's pretty much it. You know, it's been interesting to know, really, to the stock markets globally. I think that's a big thing to note, what happened, kind of. Dow was down, S&P, they were down today, but pretty much on the week. It was an awful week. The closing week was not good. You guys look at the S&P, if I pulled up my platform, you'd see it just wasn't a good week. And yeah, Dow was down. You guys see Nikkei was up today, but closed down on the week. All European stocks closed down, as well as the Asian ones, and China closed 2.5% yesterday. So just not looking good. So get ready, and what's going to happen, it's, you know, today was a good time to get plays. I think Monday, if we don't get a gap up or down, I think that first hour, you're going to be able to find some good plays. But also, we're going to see what's going to happen Sunday. So that's with Brexit, that's going to kind of push us in, and we'll see what other data comes out, and I will keep you guys updated. So make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you tell me you love me, and make sure you get your shoulders measured so we could get you the proper fitting cloak for the Colt. And yeah, I love you guys. Stay in school. Peace out. Now I'm just gonna do what you want. Just do what you want. Chill, bro. Fuck it.